Things first with Eddie George. We're going viral. Andy Reid won his first Super Bowl, and the Chiefs won their first in 50 years. So the congrats poured in on social media. LeBron tweeting happy as hell for the big guy. Andy Reid, congrats, coach. Russell Wilson tweeting congrats to the Chiefs and Andy Reid. At Patrick Mahomes, keep battling, bro. Hashtag young legend. And Andy Reid's former team, the Eagles, tweeting, time's yours, Andy, which was a very classy.
That was really nice.
Very nice,
right?
by the Eagles.
Really nice.
I wonder if that tweet gets in if the Eagles didn't win the Super Bowl a couple of years ago.
Nah, of course not.
Right?
Nah,
I feel like because they won the Super Bowl, any bitterness or hard feelings towards Andy for not getting over the hump there, go away. You win the Super Bowl, you start blowing in it, and now everybody's happy. I mean, San Francisco's not happy. I understand.
No,
I get that.
Yeah.
But at least this portion of the country is quite happy for Andy Reid.
All right, let's get back to the game. Speaking of the Chiefs, for the third straight game, Patrick Mahomes, well, he had to play hero. That's because for the third straight game, well, the Chiefs had to mount a comeback. Last night, the reigning MVP and now Super Bowl MVP Mahomes rallied from a 10-point fourth quarter deficit, rattling off 21 unanswered points. The Chiefs hoist their first Lombardi trophy in 50 years. Here is Mahomes after another comeback win.
The third quarter didn't go the way I wanted it to. I've tried to force some things and got some turnovers. I mean, that's a really good defense, And so didn't play to my liking in the third quarter, but the guys believed in me, gave me confidence. We kept fighting, and we found ways to win it in the end.
Eddie, in your opinion, what was the key to the comeback last night for the Chiefs?
I mean, as great as Mahomes was in the final moment of the game, yeah, he didn't play great earlier on, and I think he played like a warrior. He was resilient and showed all of the moxie that you want to see in a championship quarterback. Steve Spagnuolo, you know, he took a defense that was gashed early in the year, coming down. Derrick Henry had a 188 when they came to Nashville. That was their last game, ironically, they played in, but found a way to put the pieces and parts to make plays when they had to. In this game specifically, they gave up some yards, you know, in terms of the run game on the perimeter, up the gut. But when they had to make plays, they showed up. They dialed up the right blitz on 3rd and 10, like you talked about. The interception, the sack, the batted pass, all that stuff. They played complementary football defensive-wise, and Steve Spagnuolo gave them the confidence to do that and the game plan to do it as well.
No question. I mean, the 49ers didn't score in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, that tells you what you need to know. This Chiefs defense was the forgotten bunch when we were breaking down this game. We probably spent the least amount of time talking about them in comparison to the Chiefs offense and the 49ers defense. So I look at this and say, yeah, the Chiefs defense made the plays that they needed to make, but I also think that Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy made the adjustments that they needed to make in order to take advantage of where the 49ers defense was at the time. Because you talk about pass rush, I mean, when it gets late in the game, sometimes those pass rushers get a little gassed. And I think them going with the no-huddle offense and not allowing Rob Salah to roll those defensive linemen, I think that provided opportunities for Tyreek Hill and Sammy Watkins and all those receivers to get downfield and take advantage of opportunities against zone coverage in the vertical passing game. You saw him hit those two big throws to those guys in one-on-one situations. One point you had Tyreek Hill one-on-one with the safety. You had Sammy Watkins one-on-one with Richard Sherman, and both times Pat Mahomes drops it on a dime. To me, that was the wrinkle that made the difference and allowed them the opportunity to have 3 consecutive touchdown drives.
And coming into the game, for me, the key for the 49ers was that pass rush of the 49ers. You know, how sustainable was it going to be? Were they going to have enough gas at the end of the game to make the necessary plays? And when they did go no huddle, that was the key, to gas them out, to take a little bit of energy out. Because I tell you, Nick Bosa was tearing. Who's the tackle name?
Eric Fisher.
He was tearing his behind. The game within the game, man. That was just nasty to watch. That was brilliant to watch. But great, yes, that was an exceptional job by Eric Bieniemy to do that.
And your guys' points on the defense is Spagnuolo, and also, by the way, Honey Badger rallying the troops on the sideline. Tyrann Mathieu, whose story is unbelievable. He obviously has a traumatic upbringing. He deals with substance abuse, gets kicked out of school, at least temporarily at LSU, deals with that, or suspended, I should say, not kicked out of school, pardon me, suspended during the season, and looked like his schooling was in jeopardy. It deals with a major injury in the pros, now on his 3rd team, and is a star, is the heartbeat of that defense. The leader of that defense. He is the Patrick Mahomes of the defense from a leadership standpoint. But now let me talk about Patrick Mahomes for a moment. Because what the key is the Chiefs have arguably the most clutch quarterback we've seen ever this side of Tom Brady.
Okay.
In NFL history, teams' quarterbacks are 66 and 438. It's 13% winning percentage when trailing by double digits at any point in a playoff game. 66 and 438. 66 wins, 438 losses when trailing by double digits at any point of a playoff game.
God.
Patrick Mahomes is 3-1. And the one loss, they took the lead in the fourth quarter twice, and the defense couldn't hold it. Brady in those games is 6-6, by the way. He's unbelievable. No other quarterback has more than 3 victories when trailing by double digits in the postseason. Mahomes has 3, could easily have 4, and he's played 5 career playoff games. Like, and I don't mean this facetiously, name a quarterback, and I'll tell you the record in that scenario. Like, Russell Wilson, 3rd best ever. He's 3-5. John Elway, 4th best ever. He's 3-6. Brett Favre was 2-7 when trailing by double digits in the playoffs. Eli, 0-4. Phillip, 0-4. Aaron Rodgers, 1-5. Dan Marino, 2-8. Pick Drew Brees, 2-7. Mahomes, 3-1 and 3-0 in these playoffs. He has as many come from double-digit behind playoff victories in this postseason as any quarterback has in the history of football other than Tom Brady. It's historically totally unprecedented what he's done over this last month.
Is that all on the quarterback, or how much of that is also on Andy Reid for going for it on 4th and 1, for being aggressive, for his calls throughout the course of the game? How much of that is on how this game is coached as well?
Well, I think you have to give credit to both Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes, but I mean, ultimately, I think I put more weight on the guys that are
Who has to go out there and do it.
The guy that has to actually go out there and execute. And to your point, Nick, I mean, Pat Mahomes to have the confidence to be able to do that in that moment after he played probably the worst 3 quarters of his career in any game, I mean, that's the part that's special. And we knew that this Kansas City Chiefs offense was capable. We just hadn't seen it up until that point versus that 49ers defense, because let's face it, that 49ers defense was the best defense that they saw the entire postseason.
No doubt.
So, I mean, the fact that he was able to come back and lead that rally and to score 21 consecutive points, I can't say enough glowing things about him. But, I mean, he has that confidence because his team has done that before. I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs have had 8 quarters this year, including the postseason, where they've had 17 or more points in that specific quarter. The next closest team is the Dallas Cowboys with 5. So that gives you just a little bit of context as to how special this offense is. And the reason why it's special is because you got the best player in football at quarterback.
And the only game they didn't in this postseason have a 17-point quarter was the Titans game. And in the Titans game, they had 2 14-point quarters. To your point, they can just explode on you like that, and all of a sudden a double-digit lead. It's not, by the way, these 3 double-digit games they trailed by double digits, they came back to win. All 3 of them, they came back in such resounding fashion. They won by double digits and were taking knees to end the game.
Right.
They didn't come back by double digits
down by
to win it.
And won by 20.
Right.
They were down by 10 and won by 8 or whatever. So
they finished their 3 playoff games on a 107-14 run. 107-14 run to wrap those 3 playoff games.
You're in such a good mood.
Oh my God, it's great. It is great.
Back in miles after this.
Yes.
We got no more. We got to take a break. Coming up, which team is the biggest threat to the Chiefs repeating next season? Look at that smile. Take it all in, America. That's next on First Things First.
Oh my God.